Make sure it's the camera mic. Let's see. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Your charger. Thank you. Now use your other phone for the chat. Go on the regular YouTube stream. There'll be people on that one. Yeah, I don't read their chat. All right, today we got a pretty good build here. We got a lot of premium parts, to be honest. That's the shorts one. All right, so today we're gonna be building in the O11 Vision case again. I believe we did a white one last time too, so we're gonna do another white one. But this one has way different parts. It's gonna have so let's go down the list. So we're gonna have Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. For the cooler, he is using that new Lian Li Hydro Lift cooler. Is it Lian Li? Yeah. Yeah, Lian Li. Yeah, so I was talking about this cooler last time, the one that the compact build should have gotten to hide the tubes. For storage, he's getting a 2 terabyte P51 SSD, so PCIe 5.0 NVMe. It's one of the newer, more faster NVMe's here. For graphics card, he is getting a GeForce RTX 5090. For power supply, he is getting the 1300 watt Lian Li power supply. For fans, he went ahead and went with 8 Lian Li wireless uni fans. LCD. So we got the LCD wireless fans, Lian Li cooler, and Lian Li case. So a lot of Lian Li going on here. No streamers, I believe. Yeah, no streamers on this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the build. Oh, and then for RAM, I believe he got the Royal. Yeah, he got the Trident Royal. So he got that nice like diamond looking RAM. Let's go ahead and open it up so you guys can see all the parts. There you go. What's up, Mad Gamer? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a pretty high-end build. It's a pretty high-end motherboard too. He has a MPG X870E Edge TI Wi-Fi by MSI. Really nice motherboard. I don't think I've built this motherboard before, or maybe I have. Comes with all the extra stuff, with the antenna, all that stuff for the Wi-Fi and stuff. Let's see, is there any other stuff under here? Just all extra parts. Go ahead and give that to the customer. Lower the music down. It's so loud. Yeah, really nice motherboard. It's like gray metallic look. It's not white. It's more like a gray metallic, like not gunmetal, but more gray. I don't know if the camera probably looks white. Getting rid of all the plastic. There you go. Pretty nice motherboard. Let's go ahead and put our Ryzen 9 9950X3D. Really powerful CPU. Nice. Let's go ahead and get our Royal RAM in there. Why did we not stream yesterday? So we're closed Saturday and Sunday. We're open Monday through Friday. So that's why we didn't stream yesterday. Typically we only stream on Fridays, to be honest. So we've been streaming almost every day of the week this summer. So we got like Trident, this Trident Royale. It gives you like a little dust, little trim of dust. Gives you a G.SKILL sticker. So you guys, show you guys. And I got this nice RAM here. Trident Royal. Really nice RAM. Took them a long while to come out with DDR5. It was only available in DDR4 for the longest. Until they finally came out with DDR5. A lot of people used to like this RAM. It used to be more popular. Okay, getting our other set in here. There you go. It comes with a really nice box. Really nice foam. Now we got our SK Hynix Platinum P51 SSD, PCIe 5.0, NVMe. So these are one of the newer NVMe's, more higher speeds, faster speeds. Really good choice in NVMe. Even though Gen 4 is already pretty fast. There you go. Push and lift. Pretty cool. Pretty cool design. Just push this forward and then just lift it. I really like how every company is doing that, making it easier to put NVMe's in than having to screw and unscrew. Okay, so it looks like it just goes like that. All right. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Perfect. So that locks it in place. NVMe's in. Perfect. So still got some plastic here. All right. Now, next step, we got everything in the motherboard, got CPU, RAM, NVMe. Let's go ahead and put in the case now. Let's see. Can you zoom in the top camera? Yeah, I can try to zoom in from a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom it in a little bit more. And I'll just center it right now. All right. You go ahead and see that motherboard. Really nice motherboard. My MSI. We'll get our screws ready for our case here. All right, let's go ahead and get this motherboard in the case now. Move this to the side. So we are gonna have to shift the motherboard bracket or plate down, so we're able to fit 2 fans on the side here. So let's go ahead and do that. We did the same for the last build last stream. Just gotta remove these screws here. And then one more here. The bottom piece is gonna go on top here, fill in that space. So we are shifting the plate downwards. And you don't have to do this if you're only using 7 fans. If you want to use the 2 fans here on the side, or put 2 fans on the side, then that's when you go ahead and shift the motherboard downwards, just to have that clearance to put 2 fans instead of 1. Let's go ahead and put this one. What's the name of the case? So the case is the O11 Vision. They sell 2 different types of this one in white and black, and they also sell it in like a chrome type. They also had like the Lamborghini one before too, like collaboration with Lamborghini. But then they also sell the O11 Compact, which is a little bit smaller, but in that case you could change the top to either be mesh or glass. This one, unfortunately, since it is the regular O11 Vision, it only gives you the option to have it glass. Let's go ahead and put in the motherboard here. Come on, lock in. There you go. Locked in. Go ahead and screw it in. All right. We got the motherboard in. Now, let's go ahead and put the bottom fan in this side. I usually do the bottom side and then AIO. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go put the bottom fans in. Just remove this bracket here from the bottom. Now for this, we did get some reverse blade since it is LCD. So we do have to get reverse blade LCD fans, or else LCDs would be facing the other way because they do have to be intake. The bottom ones do have to be intake. So just keep in mind if you are building a computer and you are using LCD fans, make sure you get reverse for those intake fans, or else you'll just have the LCD facing the wrong way. Alright, so we got our controller and our cable. Nice. And some screws. Oh, they give you a lot of trash. Really like these fans. Really easy to connect. All right. The coding company. I'm not too familiar with the workstations. Let's see. I like how Lian made them easier this time too. Just slide them in. It's a better design than their original first. Mm-hmm. There you go. Really installation. Just link them on together and then center them. You do have to, they do come with like these like covers for where the screws are gonna go, the screw holes. So like if you're not screwing anything in there, you just have these covers on to cover the screws to give it like a more cleaner look. I always tend to forget that these are on there, and then when I go ahead and try and screw the screw in like I just did now, these covers are in the way. Give these to the customer, puts them on if he ever changes his build up. Flip this again. Ooh. What do you suggest? To be honest, any monitor pretty much is pretty good depending on what type of monitor you want to get. Like you want to get like a 144 hertz, 165, 185, 240, 244, 360. I think now they have like 540 now. But the main thing is you want to check the millisecond response time. That's always key, I believe. Now they're doing like 0.1 or like 0.5 before it used to be like the lowest. From when I was like actually gaming, it was like 1 millisecond response time was like the best monitors to have. Now I believe they have like 0.7, 0.5 millisecond response time on monitors. That would be like the main key to look at. And then just to like make sure the monitor doesn't have any ghosting. I know a lot of monitors do have ghosting, like a lot of like more cheaper monitors have ghosting on them, which is basically like where you like slide your mouse, or, like see a lot of movement. It looks like a little bit like motion blur. You just want like a clear, clean look when you have the monitor. So just look into that. I don't have any actual monitor recommendations. I just don't know what's in the market now. So many out there. I know BenQ used to be like a big famous monitor brand. I'm trying to think. I know Asus used to be like a big monitor brand too. The ROG monitors and stuff like that. LG, also another big monitor brand. Let's go ahead and get these two back fans over here in the back for the case installed. I am gonna put like white or silver screws on here, since you can actually see these. Uh, 1440p, 300 hertz. Oh, and I wouldn't know. I didn't even know they make 300 hertz monitors. I know, like for 1440p or like that 4K or like the OLED, I know Samsung makes pretty nice ones. I know they're really big in like the OLED 1440p. Look, you can see here. See what I'm doing. Just taking off all the plastics off these fans here. You're scared to get OLED, they burn out. Yeah, they are expensive. I haven't heard of them burning out. I actually haven't heard that. I have a buddy, he has an OLED screen and he has like two more like other regular monitors, and he says like you just can't compare it to the OLED. Just get a warranty. Just get like, I believe they offer like the $50 warranty and stuff for like 3 years. Just get that, and then if anything happens, just return it. Get a brand new one. Oh, it's not. I'm not supposed to take these off. It's supposed to be the back ones. Yeah, we'd be buying something that expensive. I would buy warranty on it just in case if it breaks. You don't have to worry. Can I help you, Speedy? Yeah, go ahead and ask the questions. Can you DM me? I don't know how you would DM me. Yeah, their displays, their OLED monitors are really nice. Really, really nice. There's a major difference compared to like a regular monitor. Just really expensive. All right. Gonna get these plugged in here. Putting the wrong screw here. You just need help with the fans. What fans do you have? The same LCD fans, or what fans do you have? Are they wired or wireless? Yeah, these are wireless. So all the fans I'm working on with today, they're all wireless. But I'm pretty sure we're asking the other guy. All right, so we got those fans installed. Now we can start working on the radiator back here. It's our power supply. A wire case. We don't need that right now. So like our screws and stuff here. All right, pretty much it. What are your issues, or what are you gonna have a hard time with? Trust me, with these fans, when we first got them, we went through every single issue you could probably get. Probably have a solution for you. Okay, we got our shift AIO. See how the tubes get hidden with this little bracket they made. You have Discord. I believe the VRLA tech does have the Discord. You could DM through there, and then I can go ahead and see it from there as well. What's up, Ramen on the YouTube Shorts? All right, so it's cool. We're gonna go ahead and put it like this, the Lian Li logo down here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put our fans on there. So then these we also got reverse. We get some cold air in this case. This case retains a lot of heat. So getting enough cold air in there as quick as possible. There we go. I was about to throw the fan in the trash. Go ahead and connect those just like that. Really, really easy. Take off the little rubber things to put in the screws in. There you go. All right. Let's go ahead and get our screws in here. Our mounting material. Nice. Really cool how they give you everything that's at least silver to go with the white. If you are going with like an all white build. And I do need to take off all the ones in the bottom as well. I'm just gonna use this screw here to pop these out. Keep forgetting, here we go. With these plastics on the Lian Li fans. There you go. Let's see here. Why do these fans not want to fit? There we go. They should fit now. Loosen it up again. It's because the tube here prevents it from going more in. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is there you go. The other ones should fit right in. I'm gonna try to get this side. Wonderful. Why are you laughing?
Why would you say that?
Because it fell. There you go. So I was having an issue to put it in because since the tubes hide right here in this white plastic piece, it was sticking out a little bit. So I just had to keep pressure on it and then fix this cable, this tube here, just so it would fit. All right. Go ahead and get in all these tightened in. Go. Now we go ahead and put those white plastic stuff to cover these screws, so you don't see the screws there. Just cover them up like that. All right, Matt Gamer, have a good one. right. Let me go ahead and mount the cooler to the actual case here. The radiator to the case, sorry. You can take that bracket off here too, whether it's gonna get mounted, so you can mount it easier, but I always seem easier just to mount it like this. And actually, we're gonna mount it like this, facing this way. Almost done with the build. Just gonna need power supply and just GPU. All right, and to mount the pump to the actual CPU, we're gonna be using not the brackets that the motherboard comes with for a CPU cooler, but just the screws. The brackets and the screws. We just need the screws to put Lian Li's own brackets on there. They're practically the same. Just these are like a little bit more wider for the AIO. And it's nice because they come in white. The brackets are white, not like a lot of coolers are just, it'll be a white cooler but a black bracket. Pretty cool. Lian Li did that. All right. One thing I don't like is the AIO doesn't come with already pre-applied thermal paste on the actual pump. We're gonna go ahead and spread our own from the ones that they provide. They're gonna provide you with a little spreader. Just go ahead and spread that. All right. Let's go ahead and get this screwed in here. Really nice mounting. And really easy to mount it compared to other coolers. Now I'm just gonna connect the fan pump, the AIO pump, to the AIO fan header pump. This does use a USB 2.0. In this case, it does have only two USB 2.0, so we have to keep that in mind. We're just trying to make it look nice over here on the front with these cables from the pump here. Get those together. Just like that. Make it look all nice from the front. So now we go ahead and put our power supply. We got our Edge 3000 Platinum power supply by Lian. 80 plus Platinum Cybernetics ATX 3.1. Really nice power supply, white power supply. Connections go here. Power supply goes in like that. Like that. Connections go here. And then comes with this box with all our cables. All right. And then the cool thing about this one, if like in a build like this, where you are using a lot of LCD fans, a lot of USB 2.0s, this power supply actually comes with 4 extra USB 2.0s. So you plug in one here, plug that one into the motherboard, and then you get 4 more. It's basically like a little like splitter controller for its USB 2.0s, which is perfect for if you're using LCD fans. I had a build where we had LCD fans, streamers, all wireless, and you got to put the controllers and stuff like that. So it's perfect. Let's go ahead, open this up. We got a lot of cables here since it was a 1300 watt power supply. But we won't be needing that many. Our 24 pin CPU. That's all PCIe right there. PCIe. PCIe. We might need SATA. I might use that. Another CPU. Our 12 volt high power. But I might use this SATA. And they also provide you with that USB 2.0 cable to connect from here. That goes to the motherboard. So we'll be using that. And they also have one USB 2.0 to an actual USB if you don't have enough space on the motherboard to connect the power supply to. So put these back in the bag. Close it. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the power supply in first. And then I'm going to route our USB 2.0 cables from where they're going to go. We'll deal with that, and then we'll plug in our actual power supply cables to the power supply itself. Which CPU should you buy for the 5060 Ti? 16 gig. For the 5060 Ti, you could probably go like a Ryzen 7 type of CPU. My PC, the PC I have. Why does everybody always ask what PC I have? I never want to answer. I have a really, really, really old PC of my own. I don't have anything like you. I have a Ryzen 5 3600 2060 Super with like 64 gigabytes of RAM. It's a 5097 problems with melting cables. I believe the issue with those, it wasn't like the actual GPU that was causing that, because I know for the 49s it was happening too. But it's always best not to use the adapter that NVIDIA provides you with. It's not the best, even though it's from them. But it's always better to buy a power supply that already comes with a 12 volt high power cable. So I think that was the issue. I think the issue was that it was burning those type of cables. Oh damn, this motherboard has like a weird positioning where it has the USB 3.0. It's like hidden. Plug in our Type C. I should have done this earlier. I actually totally forgot. Before putting the fans. It's just that there isn't that many cables to deal with, though. I didn't really think of plugging all the I/O cables to the case. Yeah, the connections for this are pretty weird. I don't know why they put them all the way in the bottom on this motherboard. What's up, Jeremy? What do you think is the best 50 series GPU price for performance? Probably like I don't know. The 50 series really didn't do that much. What's up, Sebastian on the YouTube Shorts? I don't know. The 50 series didn't do too much compared to like when the 4070 Supers came out. 4080 Supers. I still think the 4080 Super is one of the probably the best GPUs that came out. For $1,000, you get almost whatever like you would need to game and stuff like that. But 50 series, probably with like a 5070 Ti. Yeah, but the 50 series didn't really do anything for me. The 4070 Super, 80 Super, 4070 Ti Super, all those were pretty good. That's like a major difference in performance for the same price that you were getting for like a 4070 Ti. Go ahead and zip tie this. But yeah, 4080 Super is probably the best bang for your buck, or even the 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, 4070 Ti Super for what the price was and what you were getting was really good GPU. I don't know if you can still get those. You still can. Go ahead and get one of those. New doesn't always seem to be better. It's not always better. All right, let's get this power supply in. I just had to put those cables in so they're not in our way while we're working with this power supply here. They only give you 4 screws on the case, but you can put 5 on this power supply. And on the case, you can put 5. I don't know why they only give you 4 screws. All right. Let's go ahead and get all this USB stuff situated. So I'm going to plug in the main one to the power supply. That's going to go straight into my motherboard. So now I got to use all those 4 there. So the tricky thing with these LCDs now, I don't remember if the shift one needs to be the shift LCD cooler needs to be connected directly to the motherboard. There is some LCD coolers that do need to be connected directly to the motherboard, or else they won't be able to like output whatever like image you want to put, and like you want to put the temps or like the CPU and stuff like that. It just won't read it like in the software. It just won't. It won't be read. We do got the HD audio here. Oh damn! I forgot to plug these in. HD audio and RF panel. Over 5090? You mean like the 48 Super over 5090? No, of course not. Yeah, if you could get your hands on a 5090, you might as well get a 5090. But the 5090 is like for the price. I mean, you get what you pay for, right? With the 5090. But 48 Super for only $1,000 for what it gives you is a really good price. Really, really good price. But of course, not over a 5090. I'm pretty sure he wanted to hear other answers than a 5090. But yeah, but if you get a 5090, get a 5090. Don't even go for the 4090. The 5090 out blows the 4090. I was saying the other day, in our stress test, the 4090 probably gets like 600, 700 FPS on 4K stress, which of course you're not gonna get 600 to 700 FPS and 4K in like actual games. They were just doing the stress. But with the 5090, it starts getting probably like 920 to like 1010, 1011 in that range in 4K settings on the stress test. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in to our USB the USBs of our LCDs into the power supply. I forgot to put the one on the cooler. The fan's on the cooler. What I'm doing right now, I'm going to flip the cables so I can position the connector so the cables can be nicely routed to the back of the case. Instead of having like do like the little loop and like bring it over back, we can just flip them. Put the case back on, and then it should fit this time. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And now we just route them. Connect the USB 2.0 to the power supply as well. And then I'm going to connect the pump to the USB 2.0 on the power supply. And then our controller here for our wireless fans. So this controller works with the wireless fans, LCD, non-LCD wireless, and it also works for the streamers. They're not different controllers for streamers and the fans. They all use the same one. So if you wanted to, you can use one controller to connect all your fans and your streamers, all the wireless ones, which is pretty cool. And I also give it to you in white, which is really nice. And this one, if you wanted to, you can connect it just directly into a USB port on the motherboard. Just take this tab off. Then you're able to connect it. Or you could just connect it directly to the motherboard, just hide it in the back. That's what I usually normally like to do. Just because I do have space. When I don't have space, then we'll go ahead and connect it to the USB on the motherboard. But since we do, go ahead and just connect it to the motherboard. So it gets powered by USB 2.0. And then this one does need to be connected directly to the motherboard. We're also going to detect on the software. So it gets powered on by USB 2.0 and just like a fan power. So we're going to connect those two here. There we go. And then we're going to use these, just so we don't connect all the fans in the front to fan headers. We're going to use this one that the fans come with. It's like a splitter that goes into 3. To SATA. Or how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll just use this. It's just a SATA. If I had more than 3, I would have just got another fan splitter. That one goes directly to the motherboard and then splits into 5. You connect 5 fans to it. All right. Now we got everything connected. We can do a little bit more cable management here. The back. I have a bad habit not reading it. You think the prices will drop? I don't think the GPU prices will drop. If anything, they're gonna go up. Just the RGB hub in the back of your PC. Of this PC? This PC doesn't come with RGB hub. You mean like the hub, the USB 2.0 hub that the power supply comes with? Yeah, you can plug in your AIO USB 2.0 that you have to get plugged in to the power supply. I'll show you guys right now when I finish cable managing this part here, so you guys can see what I mean. All right, almost done cable managing it here. Yeah, that's because with the one I built, I have my AIO wires all around my motherboard, so I didn't know if you could just put them in the back. So the AIO, what do you mean? Like what cables? So the fan power cable, so that one does get connected to your motherboard. And then the USB 2.0 for the LCD on the AIO pump. That one I just connected to the power supply because this power supply has a USB 2.0 hub on the actual power supply. And then for the fans, what I used was so the LCD fans came with like a little splitter that has it splits into 3 and then it goes into a SATA. So you just connect the SATA to it at the end to give it power. So that's what I use for the fans instead of connecting them all to the motherboard. And so the fans on a splitter and then gets powered by SATA. So I'm just gonna grab them. So they're all nice and tight here on the case. So yeah, when you're building a computer, the more time consuming is the cable management. How nice you want to look, make it look. Damn, I can't talk. Which way you want to cable manage it? It also depends what case you build into. Some cases literally just cable manage themselves, to be honest. Or they have like a big lot of space in the back that allow you to be able to cable manage pretty easily because you get a lot of space and a lot of room to work with. What's up, Pelanix or Pelanix? All right, let me show you guys the back now that I finished cable managing it. So you can see here. Let me see if I fix this. Our USB 2.0s for our fans are connected to the power supply itself, to the hub right here. Then we just route it all straight down, give it a nice look. And all we need to do is just plug in our power supply cables and then plug them to the back. Yeah, and in this case, you get a lot of room in the back to work with. So really, really easy to cable manage in this case. And I have the SATA here dangling that has my 3 fan connected to, because they all link, and then that cable goes into a fan header and a USB 2.0 header. So I just use the splitter that the case came with. Not the case, the fans came with. So let's go ahead and plug in our power supply cables. Bring this one forward. So these power supply cables are pretty cool. They come with combs for themselves, just because the way the fans are. So I'm just going to use the combs here to straighten out the cable. I try to get it more straightened out before. And tuck this back in. I'm just fixing the comb here in the front. There you go. So it's nice and straight. Now let's go ahead and route our CPU. And I'm going to put a little bit more sag on this cable here. That should be good enough. CPU also comes with its own combs as well. There you go. I have a monthly case and ended up buying a new AIO and didn't take no consideration my heatsink height, so I'm looking into getting a full tower instead of a mid, and thought about using my fan hub. Yeah, your fan hub. Yeah, whatever. If you have space for that fan hub, I would use a fan hub. So connected to your motherboard, just give it like a little more cleaner look instead of having all those cables connected. All right, we got SATA and so let's get these cables connected first, and then we'll get our power supply in. SATA's gonna go here on top. And then 12-volt high powers over here. Just go ahead and get that connected as well. There we go. Connect our SATA here. Done. Now, a little bit of cable managing with the CPU cable And our SATA here. Gonna route our, let me get our GPU. All right. For GPU, we got our Aurorus GeForce RTX 5090. Really nice GPU. This one has like an LCD little display here, RGB fans at the bottom, a little bit RGB here, a little bit RGB here. Really nice GPU. I prefer it, as I always say, over the Astro GPU. So we're gonna be using 3 spaces on the case here. So I gotta remove 3 of these here. We got Twitch. Yeah, we got Twitch. We're live right now on Verily Tech on Twitch. There we go. We got the GPU, and now we can finish the cable management in the back. The power supply, 24 pin, and the GPU, 24, double high power. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. That thing's so loud. That thing's scary. I forgot we had that. All right. All this extra stuff, give it to the customer. Zip ties. We're all done with the build. Let's go ahead and turn on, see if everything is connected properly. All right. Go ahead and turn it on. Our GPU cable is hitting our fan cable. There you go. There you go. Yeah, nice. You got your LCD. The only reason why you're not getting any display on here or the LCDs on the Lian Li is because usually you do need to install the app and stuff. And since it is like a brand new NVMe, there's nothing installed. Yeah, pretty nice build. I'm going to turn off the lights so you guys can see it better. There you go. The Lian Li on the fans came. As you can see, there are two on the GPU, little display on the bottom right. Bottom left, maybe you guys saw on your screen. Let me turn off this light too. And a cable on the cooler as well. Yeah, really nice build. Really nice build. All white. All white build. With some really high-end parts. Really easy to build too. Nothing much to kill manage in the back. Yes, we got a 5090 in here. Let me look at the invoice again. You have the invoice? So in this build again, we got for CPU, we got a Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. For the cooler, of course, we got our Lian Li Shift 360 cooler, LCD cooler. For RAM, we got our G.SKILL Trident Z5 Royal, 64 gigabytes, with 64,000 megahertz speed. For the graphics card, we got RTX 5090, 32 gigabyte graphics card. For the power supply, they did get the 1300 watt Lian Li power supply. For the fans, he did get 8 LCD fans. He got 6 reverse. So the reverse ones are the ones over here in the back with the AIO, and the 3 bottom ones, and then 2 regular LCD on the side. So we got 6 intake and then 3 exhaust. Just because this case does consume a lot of hot air, we try to bring in as much cold air as soon as possible in this case. That's why we utilize the 2 fans over here instead of just the 1, and that's how we shift down the motherboard. And the case is O11 Vision white. and build it on stream. I mean, you can just end the live stream, yeah. All right. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.